Hello and welcome back to another bloody good vaping. You'll have to excuse today that I only have one computer running in the background. This Mac, my trusty mid 2010, is kaput, dead, no more. Not having it. So we've got a hard drive failure internally on that one. So it was a good excuse to go onto the old Apple store and spend a shit ton of money. So this morning I bought myself a new 5K Retina thingamajiggy Mac, you know, keeping up to date. I've got a late 2013 here, so I thought might as well have a late 2015. Couldn't be bothered to wait for the new one that's meant to be dropping this year. I just don't have the time. So I needed a new one for work. So out with the old, in with the new. So hopefully in the next week or so I'll have two screens there, and one of them will be really bright and really clear because it'll be a 5K Retina screen and all that fucking jazz. Anyway, on with the review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at this here. This is the Rebel mod from RM Mods out of Austria. It's a 18650 mechanical squonker, 3D printed, made from alumide, which is that nylon with aluminium dust process going on there. Well, I don't know too much about, so I won't get into that. Takes a single 18650, of course, uses the super soft 8.5mm bottles, supposedly 8.5mm, but they hold a little bit less. We've got the the Mod Maker 510 in this one. Silver contacts as well. I do believe as standard they come with copper contact, but I upgraded to the silver contacts. I'm not too sure whether he's going to continue with the copper contacts at all, and just continue with the silver contacts now. Very, very nice shape indeed. You know, got that nice sort of grit effect on it from the alumide. It's got a nice sort of shape to it. Weight, we've got sort of rounded edges on this rather than just a straightforward box, so to speak. And it works a treat. Matching alumide button on the side of this as well. Comes in a variety of colours. I opted for the blue door with the blue button. You know, we've got a nice couple of large magnets on the back of the door there. They just slip in. We've got no bottom on it, so it's just a nice, easy sort of little slip. They've got nice catch shard on that. So, very, very nice indeed. Squonk's great. So, yeah, that's the Rebel mod. So before I get into any more details about this, price, where to get it from, what I think about it, etc., 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 let's pop down to the table now, have a little look at it up close, and then we'll come back and give it a bloody good vaping. Safe. So here you have your Rebel mod, 3D printed mechanical 18650 squonk box, made from alumide. Dimensions are 74mm in height, just under 49mm in length, and 25mm in width. On the top here, we do have a Mod Maker 510, even got a nice sort of band around that as well. Anything 22 or anything 24mm and under is going to look quite nice on the top there, along with your beauty rings as well. I use a 22 to 24 beauty ring from Armour Mods. Got the same button on the side, same material made as well from the alumide. This one is in a blue. You can get a variety of different colours. Door itself got a nice big squonk hole on the front of the door there, in case you have like big fingers or big thumbs, something like that. Works a treat, no problems with that. We do have that No Fear logo on the front there. I'm not too keen on that due to the fact for the copyright infringement and just the fact that, you know, I've never really been into that sort of thing. So maybe if he came up with his own logo or his own design on that, people would desire it a little bit more. Maybe this will turn into a special edition. Who knows? Held on there, the door is held on by nice magnets there. It's got a nice sort of hold onto it, a very nice click as well. You can see there you've got that nice Mod Maker 510 in there with that dual knurling. Super soft 8.5mm bottle in there as well. And of course an 18650. The 18650 on this is very loose. As you can hear that rattling around, and it just falls out. You know, something to be mindful for. I'm not really sort of keen on messing with contacts on mechanical devices, just in case it accidentally makes contact. Say if I leave the battery in it and I leave the room or something like that, or I go to sleep at night and I've left the battery, and I'm not too keen on bending contacts a little bit. But I mean, that's just something for you to think about. Maybe it's just on this one. If you're planning on buying one, maybe talk to the mod maker himself. Silver contacts on this one as well. Easily removable, just like most of these 3D squonk box mods now as well. Same with the button as well. So it's the same sort of effect that most of them use now. Same sort of design. Easy to put back in and to give it a clean if you need to. Rebel mods on the side there as well, nice and clear in the engraving, looks good. So yeah, that's pretty much it really. You know, everything sort of works nicely. It's just that battery is a problem, you know, positive down as most of them are. It's just a little bit on the loose side for me. So there you have your Rebel mod. So there you have the Rebel mod, or the No Fear Rebel mod, you know, as I pointed out in the close-up. Now, I'm relatively new to this squonky thing. I've been doing it since, you know, the beginning of the year, so there's not really a huge amount to compare it to for mech squonkers, so to speak, for me. You know, I've got myself a Franken Skull. I'll be reviewing that next, or after a couple of atties I've got to do. But as far as the actual mod goes to use, it's great. You know, it's a nice shape, nice weight, of course, 3D printed, so very, very light indeed. Very, very basic, of course. You know, the button's nice, the feel of it's nice, the look of it's nice. I like the rounded sides on this. Makes it a little bit different from your straightforward, just your cut of your box, you know, so it's got a good, nice feel to it. The squonking works great. I do like the Mod Maker's 510 on this, you know, with the knurling on it as well. Really easy to adjust and to move. You know, it's all pretty basic. The contacts work nice with the silver, and it does hit very, very well indeed. I've got the armor on top here now, you know, with the beauty ring, and it looks good, and it's got a great vape from it. I've had to move myself down to 6 milligrams since I've been squonking. You know, I'm building a lot lower now. So the 12 milligram was burning my throat. So I'm now on that 6 milligram juice going on the firm. And it's working quite nicely for me. The door is really nice how it fits on. It's got good strong magnets on this door. Nice good smash when it goes back down. And it's not going anywhere, which is great. Very easy to put in. Yeah, the workmanship on it is great for 3D printing. So that's great. One little thing I do have on this is my batteries seem to be a little bit loose in it. You know, if I shake it, that battery comes out. You know, I don't really like messing with the contacts and bending them or anything like that, because it is a mech as well. So I do have that fear that if I left it with a battery in and the contacts sort of make contact on its own, you know, if I've bent them or misshaped them anywhere, you could end up with yourself a mischief with an auto-firing mod as a mech. So, you know, that's one thing. I mean, so I don't know if it's just this one or what, but yeah, I've got a bit of a loose battery on that, which is potentially a bit of a problem. So look out for that. If you're planning on buying one of these, or you talk to Martin Rebel, that's the mod maker himself, about that battery, because it's loose. But apart from that, I like the look of it. I like the build quality. It's very, very nice. You know, like I said, I can only compare it to the few that I've used. So it is a very, very nice sort of addition to it. Contacts work well. But the hole's nice and big, so you get your big thumbs in there if you've got big thumbs. Some people might have big thumbs. I don't have big thumbs, but you might have a big thumb. Who knows? Yeah, and the build quality and everything is great, and it works a treat. Just that bloody loose battery for me, and I've tried this on all my batteries and it is a little bit loose, so you know, some adjustments may have to be made, but like I said, I'm very, very sort of dubious of adjusting contacts on mech squonkers or like this, because obviously I'm worried about auto firing. So there we go. Now, to get one, you'll need to be a member of the Facebook group, okay? If you don't do Facebook, you're shit out of luck at the moment. I don't know if he's planning on a website or what, but I'll put the link in the description. He has had a list. This was from the first list that he brought out, which I bought. Yeah, so you have to wait for some of them. He does like little quick X1s on there and little quick strikes and things. The price on this one is €145, and that's with the Mod Maker's 510 and with the silver contacts. And I think that landed to me from Austria at £125. So a bit of money, okay, a bit of money for a sort of a new mod to market. Also, as well, you know, I'm not too keen on the fact it uses that No Fear logo on the front. You know, you all recognise that No Fear from, I don't know whether it's surfing or skateboarding or whatever. I'm not cool enough to really know where it's come from, but I've seen it before. I think he's going to change that on the front, so maybe this one's going to be a bit of a, you know, special edition. But I don't know how I feel about using sort of popular brands as a way to advertise mods or on mods. I know like people like Top Hat do it and things like that, you know, with the different sort of like the Star Wars logos and things, but you know, just to keep himself safe, maybe come up with his own sort of logo on the design. But yeah, £125 landed if you're in the UK. You know, £100 for me, I'd have preferred. £100, I think, would have I'd have sat a bit better on me. Just that little bit extra off, you know, for a brand new mod to market, which is 3D printed. You know, it's quite your basic standard mod, and it's new to market. But you know, price is subjective. It depends on how much you think something's worth, how much you're prepared to spend, how much is in your budget, and how much the wife will let you or not notice until she kicks you in the head. So yeah, but there you go. All in all, I really like it. I like the shape. I like the rounded sides on this. It makes it a little bit different. It feels good. It's built good. The button works well. Always makes contact. Battery's just a little bit loose on this one, and that No Fear logo on it is a little bit of a turn off. But if you're up for a 3D printed mech mod and you don't know which one to get, and you can't get yourself a Frankenskull because everyone uses them as trade bait, then maybe this is a good option to go to. Just maybe speak to the modder about that battery rattle beforehand. So thank you very much for watching this review, and I will see you on the next one, and hopefully with a brand new Flash iMac. Stay safe.